We have purchased a red brick home on the central coast of New South Wales, a true ugly duckling. And whilst most people have told me it should be knocked down, I have a vision to transform this home into a Palm Springs inspired masterpiece. The old bathroom was never going to stay. The tiles and colour scheme is really dated and the layout is not practical. The corner bath and shower is one item I never liked from the beginning. The vanity, the mirror and the hot water system, all of it has to go. We've relocated the new bathroom right next door, being able to attach to the original plumbing under the floor. Now we have possibilities. It's becoming a hallway, but it's quite wide. It's allowing me space to put the utility room, the laundry and the linen, and I've got an idea for something special right on the end. It's exciting, you know, because you start from that creative design stage and I can draw it and put mood boards and put all the samples together for the look, but to be here on site putting it together, it's like so exciting. Maybe I should just become a tradie after all.
Sexy look, I'd say. We have gotten rid of the arch that I was really keen on. That broke my heart, but it already looks so much better.
This is called cathartic designer therapy to help people remove their arches and open up their mind.
I didn't like it, but as I said before, sometimes, most of the time, he's right. Don't tell him that.
Are you recording this?
What about the kitchen? When do we start designing the kitchen? Can't
Well,
wait.
I've already started.
Oh, excuse me.
I've got an idea of the look of the placement, so we'll go through to make sure that works on site.
All white?
It won't be all white.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Will it be green as it was before? Oh, I got you there.
It won't be the green that it was before.
Thank God.
Having found asbestos on site, all building and construction ceased. We couldn't do anything. There was a report, and based on that report, we had specialists come and remove the asbestos. This set us back time-wise about 2 weeks, and financially, but it had to be done. It is what it is. At least now we have a safe site. Now everyone's back on site and the renovation continues. Wowzers. The only plaster that's left is in the front 2 rooms and the rear room where the new kitchen's going. Otherwise, you can see all of this home back to frame. They've started to construct a new wall. This is exciting. This wall separates the living dining from what was the kitchen, and that kitchen has now become the master bedroom. The renovation process is about reimagining the floor plan and making sure every square metre counts. Now that new hallway is wide enough to include the utility space, and I already know that I'm going to place the laundry and the linen there. But looking at those dimensions, I've got extra space on the living room, dining room side, and I'm going to actually install a bar there. I'm really excited about this. I know it's going to elevate our internal layout, create a destination, and add a bit of fun on the end of that utility space. Adjustable steel props have been installed in the living dining room. This is holding up the ceiling so that the boys can remove the original timber lintel above those 2 windows and replace them with not 1 but 2 brand new LVL beams. These have been specified by the structural engineer, and it will deal with that wide expanse for the new fixed panel and sliding door. Removing the old floor tiles and bath from the old bathroom has resulted in a really uneven surface on that floor. Using self-leveling cement is filling those holes, meaning that we have a nice level surface ready for a new floor to be installed right on top. Reimagining the floor plan has resulted in me turning the original laundry and separate WC into a new ensuite. This is a game changer. We now have 2 bathrooms in this 3-bedroom home, definitely elevating its practicality and value. There used to be a door and a window accessing the laundry to that rear alfresco. These have been removed. It's given me 1 wall to locate a new vanity and the toilet. In this room, I still have 2 windows. One is on the side elevation, and there's a smaller highlight window above the existing toilet. That toilet location is actually becoming the new shower. Because it's a highlight window, I can retain that window. So I've got 2 windows for natural light and airflow, meaning it's going to be a beautiful ensuite to spend time in. When renovating, it's worth trying to retain as many original items as you can. It saves money and time. But removing some items can help you transform the space. You know what they say, one door closes and the possibilities open. Once new insulation has been installed, all of the internal walls are going to be lined with plasterboard. But I don't want to miss this opportunity to be able to add some texture. I've selected large sheet panels of cladding from EasyCraft. This product comes in a big format, meaning we can use one full sheet onto the wall without any setting like we need to have in plasterboard. The boys are installing that cladding now onto the new wall, and it's going to wrap around and into the hallway. It's allowing me to add texture, and my choice of profile is a V-groove. These beautiful vertical lines are adding height to what is already a high ceiling, as well as visual interest. I'm going to elevate this particular feature wall even further by adding colour, but you'll have to stay tuned for that later. In true Palm Springs style, most floors are tiled or polished concrete. And of course, there's lots of amazing shag carpet as well because it's mid-century modern. But in this particular home, I don't want tiles in the bedrooms, especially in winter. For the main floors, I'm going with timber. It's allowing me to have one continuous flooring throughout the whole home, including the bedrooms. It's going to blur the lines between what is old and new. Flooring Extra is a brand that I've worked with for years with my clients. They're also a national brand, meaning they have showrooms all around the country. That means that I can stay local because fortunately they've got one right in Gosford, which is about 20 minutes drive away. Couldn't be easier. But for me, I do want to make it solid fix, so I want to adhere it onto my existing timber floors. It's not bearers and joists, so it has to be engineered flooring.
Engineered flooring, most definitely. Okay, so you've got European oak here. This is the brush finish.
It's just where you see that beautiful grain. Even here, like it's so nice to see how it plays with light. A nice range of colours. Yeah, so it's pretty tree on ugly tree, but it's all solid timber.
Yeah.
So I really love this one. This look, this is definitely the direction that I'm wanting to go with.
And then you can come over to this range over here.
Yeah.
This one here is going back to that more brush finish that you were looking for before as well.
Finish. Yeah, that's nice. I love this. So I can see I'm a bit sport for choice. Like I've got a few to play with. Is there anything else that you can recommend?
Yeah, actually I've got a new product over here, which is a bit thicker of a veneer and a better price point that might suit. So in this folder, you've got your Australian species and your European oaks as well.
I think I'm definitely over here. I think it's these two that I'm choosing between. I think I like them both. I think I have to take a couple of samples if I can.
Definitely.
And put them into the studio against everything else, and then I'll confirm and get back to you.
Perfect, let's do it.
Good times. All of the internal wall linings were removed to put the new electric rough out. I love seeing skilled tradesmen at their job because it's something that they do every day, and therefore, of course, they're very good at it. These guys are bringing in large sheets of plaster, and it's actually happening incredibly quickly, transforming this space. Sandra and I have actually renovated many projects in the past, and we're pretty handy. But these days, there are jobs that we just won't take on. It is better to pay and employ quality tradespeople. There's an art to what they do. Measuring and cutting, sliding large sheets of plaster into place. They make it look incredibly easy. It would take Sandra and I weeks to do what they can do in a day. We've already been seeing the plasterboard going on. It was screwed into the walls, all up onto the ceiling, and now it's all starting to look like a real room and a real home. Then they've come on and added the cornice. I've gone for a simple 90mm cove here. Now, it's actually one of the most standard cost-effective cornices you can get, perfectly in keeping with the mid-century style. It's looking ready now for the coat of paint. And we are also getting ready then to add flooring, new windows, and complete the transformation of this space. And how good do those holes in the ceiling look for the new skylights? There's one thing I want to show you though now that the plasterers have been through, and it was a little detail that actually was suggested by one of the plasterers, not me, in this extension part of the home, and it was probably an extension of about 25 years ago. The ceiling is lower. By dropping from a 90mm cove to about a 60mm cove, It sits better in scale with the home. They're exactly the same profile, but by just going slightly shorter, it actually makes the ceiling feel equally tall here as it does in the main part of the ceiling. So a great tip for you if you're building or renovating is to listen to the advice from your tradies. They are dealing with each specific part of the home every day, and sometimes you're going to get some great advice that can achieve some really great results. I have a vision for this home, and it started from the moment that we bought it. Actually, I could already start to see my brain spins with ideas. We've opened up the arch with that big square set opening, and now the room feels so long. We've got the skylights cut out, so once they're installed, again, the eye will go up and in. It's raising the feeling of this room. It's almost hard for me to remember that that was a kitchen and that was a bathroom, and we've really changed the configuration in quite simple and achievable ways. It feels fantastic. As part of selecting the finishes for this project, it's time to deal with tiles, and I love tiles. Now, I have to choose floor and wall tiles for the new bathroom and ensuite, floor tiles for the entry foyer and landing, plus tiles for the rear alfresco. I'm going to go back now to Central Coast Tile and Stone and see Jess. I know that she has a great range available. As far as the style, well, I've got my eyes on a terrazzo tile. I think it's perfectly fitting with that mid-century style and Palm Springs, but it also has a bit of textural interest that I really love. I've sent her a set of plans and my brief. I can't wait now to go and see what she's pulled together.
The basic white, the white on white, subtle colours. What do you think about that?
I think Sandro's actually going to like this because it's more sedate.
The benefits of this are that it's internal and external. So a little bit of a higher price point, just to let you know, because I know we've got to remember that. But it's an excellent selection.
I can
for
see
external.
it's running all the way through, just like a real terrazzo. So
Absolutely. So if these are chipped, broken or damaged in any way being outside, we're going to see the same product throughout the tiles. So it's a great choice to have, and the durability is fantastic.
look, I get that it's going to be a higher price point for those areas, but I think they're also adding lots of value.
Absolutely. And you get what you pay for in something like this.
Yeah.
So we're going an Italian hard-wearing product that is going to last you the test of time.
Yeah.
It's a necessity.
Well, I'm loving everything. I love the options that you put together, and you've definitely worked with my brief.
Definitely. We're going to let you take some of these home,
Yep.
see how they work in the space, and then we'll make some decisions from there.
Alex here's done an awesome job on compacting this one. How did you do it, Alex?
Well, basically I had to try and wrap my head around, making full use of the skiff space. So, ripping it apart, laying it down flat, and then, making use of all the pockets and empty spaces. So filling that up with all the small stuff.
Yep.
Anything, we could recycle, put in the bin.
Talk to the bin company you hire from, because there are different bins you can get, different sizes. Also, if you're pulling up concrete and bricks and everything, they can go into a certain bin and it costs you cheaper, and that gets recycled. You also separate your steel, put your steel in a separate spot. That can be picked up for free, doesn't cost you anything, and it gets recycled. Mate, it's a great way to save money.
James and I spend lots of time together. We work together, we travel very well together. When it comes to house decisions, we also have lots of things in common, lots of boxes we wanted to tick. This renovation for us has been a very interesting experience. Emotionally, the house is our family home now. Taste, we don't always agree. Budget, I'm the one holding the reins. There are moments when we walk different ways and decide not to talk for a few hours. Yeah. And then we meet again and we accept each other's opinion, usually.
Continue watching James Bought a House as our Palm Springs inspired renovation starts to come to life.